Yates is back, guys.
Oh, you can feel it in his bones.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, presented by Progressive Insurance. You're going to come hard on this segment, too, you know what I mean? Because Philly.
He's like real, man. He don't give people problems.
Sixers beat the Knicks 125-109. It's Harden's second game with Philly. And by the way, not hard to figure out. Harden will be in regular season. We'll find out what happens in the postseason. Regular season, look at last year. When Harden is motivated, it's ridiculous how good he is. And now this year with Embiid, it's going to be a problem. He posted a triple-double, Harden. The Sixers are now 2-0 with Harden and Embiid. And Daryl Morey got fleeced. Daryl Morey opened up a legit championship window here. They actually could do it with these two. Whether or not they will, we'll see. But how would Joel Embiid describe the tandem with Harden?
Unstoppable. Man, what are you really going to do? He's a great passer, and obviously I got someone that attracts a lot of attention to. So you got to make a decision. Do you stay on me or do you stay on them? And, if you want to guard both of us, with the other guys, now you got, Matisse dive into the rim, wide open shooters that got one job to do, and it's to make shots. Man, that's all we got to keep doing. Like I was saying in the locker room, I'm happy I don't have to post up every single possession. So, it's great.
Bounce passes in traffic, Jay. Oops, the whole thing. I mean, Thibault and Maxey showed some chemistry because they've been playing together. Jay, these two look like they've been playing together for a year already.
I'm sorry that I'm laughing right now, but like Key and I were noticing when we listened to the sound before the show. I wish you guys could have seen it. Because I came on the back end because somebody came and asked me a question, and I heard the last one. I was like, damn, he's just going to take a shot at Ben Simmons like that in the post game. And then, Key, what did you say?
Oh, that was the last one.
That was the last one.
Yeah,
I just heard the sound again. I didn't see the first three.
Yeah, three before that one. He hit him real hard subtly with four. If you want to create some germs, all you got to do is listen to that. And my whole thing is leave that man alone, man.
Yeah, germs are there, though.
Like,
you don't have to create them.
Just leave him alone.
We both,
in Brooklyn.
He's gone.
We both can make shots. He had that one. He said, a guy that attracts a lot of attention.
Yep.
And he said, I don't have to post up anymore. I mean, these are all the things he did with Ben Simmons.
You know why he has to take a shot at Simmons? Simmons ain't taking shots. Might as well take the shot.
We got guys who can
Ben Simmons just needs to
no
play.
shots. What's that?
We need to get Ben Simmons back on the court.
Yeah, and Ben Simmons
is
an excellent player, but Embiid is pointing out correctly. Harden's a different level.
Yeah, but there's a certain way you could do that without going at your ex-teammate and continuing to bring it up. But I think when you look at Joel and where he's at as a player right now, his level is going to escalate because of James Harden. There's no question about it. You get some springs back in your legs that you're already good. You're already ahead of the curve on the MVP front. Now you just took it to a whole nother level because he is correct. It's unstoppable. I'm jealous watching them two on the floor.
Hold on, Yates. Go ahead. Say what you were going to say before.
But Key, are we sure that those were shots, or was he just describing the difference in the offense between what he used to be able to run and what he can do now?
So, Yates, it's definitely the latter. He definitely explained the offense and what he could do now. But we're never going to be able to separate these two between Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, especially this year, right? So a lot of people are going to interpret that as shots, for sure.
But if I couldn't do something when that individual was here, now I can all of a sudden do something different now. What does that say? That's a shot.
That's a shot.
There's a difference between I hear Yates, I hear what you're saying. This is what it is to me. He's not taking care of Simmons at all, right? He's going to describe reality without respect to trying to take care of Simmons or sugarcoat it. When he does that, it's going to be a shot every time.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Because that's the reality,
the
though.
The fact that the man said without posting up all the time. Like, come on.
And by the way, that game is on March 10th. We're not sure if Ben Simmons is going to play. We heard some extra things going on.
So we know he ain't going to play at this point.
That's what I'm saying. Right? So it's all that leading up to that.
Think about if somebody came to me and Max was like, hey, Key, all of a sudden you're able to run vertical down the field all of a sudden now. What does that mean? That means I got a better quarterback that can throw the football down the field instead of dinking and dunking. That's what it means.
That's the reality. And Simmons was dinking and dunking on offense compared to what's happening now.
I'm going to tell you this, though, too. Like, we're going to talk a lot about James Harden and Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey is a jet.
Yeah, he is.
He is a rocket ship. Watching him this past weekend,
They got him in the front court now when he's with these guys.
What a draft pick! So to have a speedy guard like that who can shoot lights out, teardrops at the rim, Tobias Harris spreading the floor, and I give Doc Rivers a lot of credit right now. The action he puts him in.
I'm glad you mentioned Doc Rivers because I was going to say to Max. Max said that James Harden has been a great regular season player. But so has Doc Rivers as a coach since his Boston days. It's going to that based on what we've seen the last couple games with them on the floor together, Harden 27 and 29 again. I think those are the numbers, and 10 boards and like 16 assists or something crazy like that. That pressure is getting ready to mount on Doc Rivers as playoff time comes because they're going into something that looks unstoppable. Then all of a sudden they get on the track in the playoffs and it starts to slow down. It's not going to be about James Harden as much as it is going to be about Doc Rivers.
That's why I said before the most pressure this season is not on James Harden, it's on Doc Rivers.
There's tremendous pressure on Rivers, no doubt. If he plays an all-bench unit again, he can't do that.
Because I do want to say it is unstoppable. They have been playing it. They played against the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Knicks.
Yeah.
Just put that into perspective.
But it is their first.
But they did it.
I agree.
Different, though.
I agree. But when you start thinking about how Miami defensively rotates and how they play, the Milwaukee Bucks
may not be this year. In other words,
that's what I'm saying. The court will become shrunk, right, to a degree, and those rotations will matter. And that's what we'll see.
But this is about this year, though, Max. It's not about the future. It's about
this year and next year. I think.
Well, yeah, but
I hear about a lot of pressure.
They did the move for this year because they could have waited till the offseason to do the move if it was about next year.
Look. Harden can hit the outside shot, so can Embiid. In the half court, when stuff slows down, when it defensively changes, they're better able now on paper to succeed there than they were with Simmons.
I agree.
And that was the point of all this. Open a window. Whether or not you can climb through it, we'll see, but open a window. By the way, how about this from Stats Incredible, right? James Harden became the first Sixer in franchise history. Think of some of the players that have been through Philadelphia with 25 points, 10 rebounds, 15 assists, and 5 steals.
And let me add to that, Max. You know why Joel Embiid had 37? Because he had 27 free throw attempts.
They're getting to the line.
He went 23 of 27 from the free throw line because James put him in a lot of those situations where he was able to draw contact, and the game becomes easier for him.
Since Harden, I saw a stat where Sixers opponents, they've gotten 51 foul calls, and the Sixers fouls are 50 since Harden got there, right? Embiid and Harden is a problem. It's a problem. Anyway, Stats Incredible is brought to you by My Computer Career, training for a better life. The long-term impact of today's decision by short-sighted people. After